Hi, Richard Chase with Richard Chase Music Studio. We're going to do another lesson number one, part five. So we're on part five of lesson one. Lesson one is the endless lesson. So we're using the stage live here by Orangewood. Orangewood, I really like this guitar. It sounds somewhere in between a Martin and a Taylor, with the LR Baggs pickup that's in here. It sounds perfect through an amp. It records great, and I just really like it. So we're gonna get to chords pretty soon, and I'm gonna show you triads probably first instead of bar chords. We're gonna just go with triads first, and I've got some different names for those. So anyway, you're gonna have to stick around for the next lesson, which will probably be on triads. We'll just look at this, what's in store. So I have this little progression that I use to practice, and I'll share it with you. It's basically that, only jumps around. So we'll do that progression. And then after that, we'll do this progression. So that string sets 1, 2, 3, and 2, 3, 4, and that's your major triads and all the inversions. So we'll get to that routine, and you'll learn that coming up in lesson number 2. We're gonna go to chords in lesson number 2. But before we do that, we're gonna finish up on our shapes and our scales. So who knows how many parts of number 1 are left. But today we're gonna be working on strings 1 and 2 with our shapes. We're gonna go this direction up the neck. We're not gonna go across the neck. And we're starting kind of down here or up here, depending upon how you want to think about it. Down here on the guitar, it's down towards the floor, but it's up in the pitch. The higher strings or the lower number strings are higher in pitch. So string 1, string 2. So what we're gonna do, and you can practice this for weeks and months, and it's just a really good daily thing to practice, or just to wrap your head around and get used to it. It might not be as a surprise to you as it was to me when I first learned it, because I didn't know any of this other stuff then. I just started with this. This is what I started with. This is where I discovered all these patterns and built from there. So we're going to start on fret 1, string 2. Okay, and then fret 3, string 2. And then fret 5, string 2. Look familiar? It's a 2 fret, 2 fret. And then on string 1, we're going to do the same thing. Frets 1, 3, and 5. Okay? But we're going to have to use our fingers. We're going to have to jump around a little bit and stretch maybe. So we're going to play them in a row. Okay? Can you do that? And then we're going to walk up the scale. And it's going to be a challenge. But we're going to do it, and we're going to make it together. So this second one, we've got a 2 fret, 1 fret on the second string. And a 2 fret, 2 fret on the first string. Okay? So let's start over and do those both in a row. Or do you want to do that last one again before we do that? Okay, let's do the last one again. 2 fret, 1 fret from the 3rd fret. And then 2 fret, 2 fret from the 3rd fret on the first string. Okay, let's put that together now. From the first fret on the second string to the first, we're going to do that 2 fret 2 fret pattern. Then we're going to go to the first fret on the first string, do the 2 fret 2 fret pattern. And then go to the third fret and 2 fret 1 fret, and then 2 fret 2 fret on the first string. Okay, let's do it all together without talking about it. 1 and 2 and. Okay, maybe that was too fast. Let's slow it down. Let's do it again. Okay, so we transitioned on that second time between a 2 fret 1 fret and a 2 fret 2 fret. Now the next one up starts on the 5th fret, and we're going to do a 1 fret 2 fret. And now we're going to alternate to the 2 fret 1 fret. Remember from our other lessons, sometimes the 1 fret 2 fret alternates to the 2 fret 1 fret. And then after that, well, we'll just put those 3 together right now, just those 3. Or maybe just, let's do all 3 of them, starting at the first fret, second string. Did you catch that? Alternate, first 1 fret 2 fret 2 fret 1 fret. Okay, after that, if you kind of think about it, we already played at 1 fret 2 fret, so that's going to disappear when we slide up again. And this one's going to start out with the 1 fret. So it might be a little hard to figure out what we're going to do next, but it's going to be a 2 fret 2 fret, and then a 1 fret 2 fret, because a 1 fret 2 fret always follows the 2 fret 2 fret. After, if you've done the second one or the third one, after the third one, when we're coming across the neck, if there's 3, it always goes to 1 fret 2 fret. So let's start at the beginning again. If you blow it, you got to start over. And then we're back to a 2 fret 2 fret. Okay, so that's hard to get to that part. We're going to start with the 2 fret 2 fret, and then we're going to end with the 2 fret 2 fret. And in between is the hard part. Okay, let's do it again. Okay, that was a challenge. That was pretty challenging. After this part, it gets a little easier. Now we've got these parallel patterns, 2 fret 1 fret. And you should know from the last lesson that we can go from that to parallel 1 fret 2 fret patterns. And then, hooray, we're back to the beginning. So once you get past starting on the 5th note, after that it gets easier. So Let's try it again. Excellent. Now, you gotta do it backwards. Oops. Okay, it's a little harder going backwards. And I'm not used to doing it slow, but let's try it again backwards. You can just do that at the end instead of the last. So anyway, that's the whole assignment right here. That you just practice that and get used to playing that. And then you can do 2 times the note. If you go up that high. It's hard on an acoustic guitar that doesn't have the cutaway to do that. So when I started, I didn't have a cutaway. I just had the regular guitar that you only went up to here. And it was really hard for me to wrap my head around this whole progression of these patterns because I couldn't go all the way up there. And so that motivated me to go get an electric guitar so I could get up there. And then, okay, so let's say you got to practice that. And there's all kinds of variations you can do on that. So just kind of pick a pair. It's basically something you just got to memorize, or you just got to remember. You just got to keep doing it. So this is where I first encountered the 1 fret, 2 fret, alternating with the 2 fret, 1 fret. And I like this part. The second one, it's not so great. Because it's a really stretch for your pinky there, unless you jump really quick. And even this one's hard. I almost feel like I'm a violin player or a cello player or something, kind of jumping. And you can do different patterns with it. So this is hard for your fingers to get used to, and those patterns, if you hadn't done all the other lessons before this, that pattern's going to be pretty hard to pick up. It is. It just is. But it's going to be super useful for you to have that. And what we're going to do after that, you just need to practice that for a few weeks. We're going to do the same thing, only we're going to jump down to the 6 and the 5 string. So you have to be able to do it backwards and forwards. Okay, that's not easy. That took me a long time to learn how to do that. And then, I probably shouldn't say anymore. That's really good. That's really good practice. And Do you want the bonus? You want the bonus material? Okay, where we're gonna go with that? We'll repeat it again. We're gonna on each one of those, we're gonna build the whole rest of the scale, the whole 8 notes. Okay, that's starting at the root. Then we're gonna start at the second note. Then we're gonna start at the third note. Then we're starting at the fourth note. And then the fifth note. Sixth note. Seventh note. And we're back at the beginning. That's really cool. You're going to learn how to play that eventually. And that's cool. It is. You can play the scale starting on any note of that scale. You can play 8 notes from wherever that is, whether you're on the third. Let's say we're on the third. 2, 3, 4, 5. Starting from the 5, it's just 2 fret, 2 fret pattern. The only difference is when we start at the 1, we've got that 7 right here. When we start at the 5, we have the flat 7. It's not here. No, it's here. We're gonna have the flat 7. So we're gonna learn stuff like that. So that's all I'm going to tell you because there's so much more. I don't want to be overwhelming. That's the bonus part that we're going to. Okay. That's all for today. Richard Chase Music Studio. Thanks for being here. Like and subscribe if you like this kind of content. And I'm going to keep doing it. I got 100 more things to teach you. This is just the beginning. So hang in there.